Imagine walking into a new school, alone, and being targeted by bullies who think they own the place. Now imagine they have no idea you're a black belt in karate. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down a viral story about a black girl who flipped the script on her tormentors. But what they're not telling you is how this exposes a truth about our community that hits deep. Pause this video if you're not ready for the real talk. My name is Mike, and for 35 years I've been diving into the real stories of our black community, stories of struggle, triumph, and everything in between. I've seen patterns most miss, showing how we navigate systems not built for us. This story about Aaliyah Thompson isn't just about a fight. It's about resilience, about standing up when the world expects you to shrink. This channel goes beyond headlines to uncover truth. We analyze, connect, understand. Today, Aaliyah's story is a mirror for us all. Here, that's what they don't tell you. This isn't just about bullies getting what they deserve. It's about refusing to let fear win. Aaliyah, a 16-year-old black girl, moves to Springfield, one of few black faces at Lincoln High. She's quiet but trained in martial arts since she was 8. That's years of discipline turning her body into a weapon. Yet bullies, led by Ethan Parker, see an easy target. In the cafeteria, Ethan demands a welcome fee. Aaliyah refuses. That's where it begins to stand. So let's dive in. Aaliyah Thompson, 16, steps into Lincoln High, a school of 800 where she's one of the only black students. She's quiet, keeps to herself, but carries 8 years of mixed martial arts training. Her fists are weapons, her mind sharper. Ethan Parker, a 62 football star with a smirk, doesn't see that. He sees a new girl to push around. In the cafeteria, he and his crew, Nathan Reed and Lucas Hayes, corner her, demanding protection money. The school watches, expecting her to fold. But Aaliyah says, "I don't pay," and walks away. That's the spark. The harassment ramps up: gum in her locker, stolen notes, racial jabs in class. Ethan even plays a doctored audio in study hall, twisting her words to paint her as hateful. The school does nothing. Sound familiar? You know exactly what I'm talking about. The stares, the whispers, the assumption you don't belong. Aaliyah's watching, planning, waiting. Here's where it gets interesting. Ethan thinks he's untouchable, but Aaliyah's ready. In the parking lot after school, they corner her again, thinking 3 against 1 seals their win. But in under 2 minutes, Aaliyah's karate skills leave Ethan on the ground, Nathan with a black eye, Lucas limping. The crowd's stunned. But this isn't the end. Ethan's not done. He's plotting something bigger, something darker. What's his next move? You'll see when we stand. This is where it gets real. Ethan doesn't take defeat lightly. He teams up with kids from a rival school, plotting to file false assault charges against Aaliyah to get her arrested, expelled. This isn't just a schoolyard fight anymore, it's a system coming for her. But here's what they don't tell you. Aaliyah's story isn't just about beating bullies. It's about systems that let kids like Ethan thrive. Lincoln High had reports of his harassment for years, but did nothing. Why? Ethan's dad runs half the town, police connections, businesses, power. That's the pattern we know. Power protects power, leaving us to fend for ourselves. Aaliyah walked into that school carrying the weight of being black in a mostly white space. You know the feeling, the assumption you're less, that you should stay quiet. Her refusal to pay Ethan wasn't just about money. It was about defying the expectation to shrink. This mirrors our history. Think Rosa Parks, the Little Rock Nine, everyday black folks standing against stacked odds. Aaliyah's parking lot fight. It's us refusing to let the world define our worth. But wait, there's more. Ethan's legal trap is closing in. He's got witnesses, a story, and his dad's influence. Can Aaliyah fight this? The answer lies in what happens next, and it's bigger than you think. The community's about to show its strength when we stand. Now it gets dark. Ethan and his crew, with kids from Riverside High, file assault charges against Aaliyah, claiming she attacked them unprovoked. They're banking on their word and Ethan's dad's clout to ruin her. But Aaliyah's not alone. Students she inspired, like Maya, who she saved from harassment at a bus stop, and Jamal, who learned to stand tall, rally for her. They post videos, protest, share their own stories of Ethan's bullying. This is the part most miss. Aaliyah's fight wasn't just physical. It's about community rising against injustice. You felt this, the rage when the system's rigged, when nobody listens. I think of my cousin coming home bruised because schools and cops ignored kids like Ethan. Aaliyah's story hits because it's ours. At her trial, 20 students testify, exposing Ethan's lies. Jessica, a sophomore Aaliyah protected, chokes up describing how Ethan's crew terrorized her. Jamal details years of harassment. Their voices break through. The judge hears the unedited recording, sees the bus stop video, and it's clear. Aaliyah acted in self-defense. This is where it gets interesting. The judge doesn't just dismiss the charges. She recommends perjury charges against Ethan and his crew. That's the moment that breaks your heart and lifts it. Our community refused to let Aaliyah fall. They stood together, showing what we can do when we stand. This is personal. Aaliyah's story reminds me of every time our community has been targeted for daring to fight back. My cousin's bruises, your own stories of being silenced, you know this pain. But Aaliyah's fight shows hope. When those charges hit, kids she'd empowered didn't let her face it alone. Maya, saved at that bus stop, posted the video that went viral. Jamal led protests in the cafeteria. 20 students took the stand, tearing apart Ethan's lies. The judge's ruling, not guilty, with perjury charges for Ethan, was a win, but the real victory was bigger. Aaliyah's self-defense classes became a school-wide program, teaching kids not just to fight, but to stand up, support each other, demand better. That's the mirror this story holds up. It's not just about one girl, it's about us. Think of the civil rights movement, ordinary people like us, facing down systems to claim their worth. Aaliyah gave her school that courage. And this brings me to the most important point. Her fight sparked a movement. Kids who were scared now walk taller. Students who stayed silent now speak. The school's zero-tolerance policy actually means something now. Ethan's gone, his crew's facing consequences, and Aaliyah's program is changing lives. This is what happens when we refuse to break, when we stand. So what's the real takeaway? Aaliyah's story isn't just a viral moment, it's a call to action. It shows what happens when we refuse to bow, when we build community, when we fight for what's right. Lincoln High transformed because one girl dared to defy a bully and her community backed her. The cafeteria, once tense, is now alive with kids from all grades mixing, supporting each other. Aaliyah's program teaches more than self-defense. It's about confidence, unity, demanding respect. This hits different because it's our story. We've all faced Ethans, people or systems trying to keep us down. But like Aaliyah, we can fight back, not just with fists, but with our voices, our truth. Next week, I'm breaking down a story about a black teacher exposing corruption in her school district. It's raw, it's real, and it'll hit you hard. Don't miss it. If Aaliyah's story moved you, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment. Have you faced a bully? What happened? I read every comment because your stories keep this channel real. Until next time, keep seeking the truth. This is why we stand.